AT&T works with specific on a number of initiatives, including a 3-screen initiative currently. Right. And one of the reasons why it's so compelling to us is not because a consumer wants to replicate an experience with a brand across each channel, but it's because of the wealth of content opportunities that we have at our disposal from an advertising standpoint. I think there is, and I think Mike was actually alluding to it earlier, I think there is a different behavior that's associated with each of these platforms. People don't necessarily want to have the same video content viewing experience on any device because you can have a video viewing experience there. In fact, I think that we have a bunch of clients here, or I know we have a bunch of clients here that are completely bought off on multitasking from a media standpoint, but their eyes, their laser focus is on how to be relevant from a social networking standpoint while people are watching TV, right? Because it's one of the content categories that absolutely explodes when, let's assume someone's watching popular programming. So as a result, audio recognition becomes one of those areas where we've been really active. We want to do a lot to connect the devices, but the content experience is somewhat different. From a research standpoint, going back to the question, we're looking for the optimum way to invest dollars, right? So that it goes back to kind of how you look across performance and all the channels. We're looking for, and it doesn't matter, again, what type of advertising we have out there, whether that be a display campaign or video campaign, we're looking for optimal behavior encouraged based on a dollar spent. So the 3-screen opportunities for us become, if we all agree that that's the future to a certain extent, technology is going to continue to advance, consumers are going to continue to embrace it, and we need to understand exactly how to invest dollars in the most cost-effective way or most cost-effective manner, and that's kind of the promise for us present day that we should be taking advantage of.
That point's actually an important point, is that it comes back to scale, right? I mean, a lot of the stuff that we're talking about are interesting, but I don't think we're seeing a flood of the money that Bill was talking about early, the $18 billion that was done in 3 weeks, right?
Yeah, but and I don't mean to cut you off,
yeah.
But it's kind of like, and someone said, I forget who said it, someone was like, I think it's about test and learn, and I actually completely disagree. I think we're about spending and kind of making sure that we have first mover status. I've been talking to Mike's team, and Toby's certainly been working together for a long time. We've been talking about inventory that exists across these connected devices, whether there's a ton of it or not. Why aren't we spending money there to start to learn a little bit? In fact, if there is no scale, that means perhaps we'll make more prudent financial decisions. But over the course of time, it gives us another avenue to kind of mitigate the inflation associated with more.
Sorry, but it does come back also to measurement, right? Which is like, it's always the elephant in the room, which is that television is bought via Nielsen, and everything else is bought via everything else. I mean, there's sort of a myriad of different ways that we buy all the other stuff, and until we can convince the people who are buying that $18 billion that there's some sort of common form of measurement that makes sense across all this, I still think we're going to be talking to ourselves for a while.